Hey folks, Landstryder here, and you're watching episode 29 in my Regrowth series. This pack's available on the Feed the Beast launcher and is made by Phoenix And you can see behind me, the factory is just about done. Well, at least the building part of it. Pretty happy with the results so far. You can see I got a wrench in my hand, but this isn't exactly the right tool for the job. This is a buildcraft wrench. It does work for some mechanism stuff. But not other things. And you can see that we've got my paving stones of travel in. I got that part done. I still got to make the machine to crush the abyssal stone. So we're going to do that today. I was saving that one for on camera. So let's take a look inside. We've got a laser chamber. I moved the lasers over here. And I've got them now powered with this, the basic universal cables here. I wanted to show you this before I sealed it up. But I'll come around to the outside. Take a look at it from this angle. What do you think of them lights? I like those lights. Those are the fancy lamps, the iron fancy lamps from Bibliocraft. They actually look just right, I think, for this factory environment. Pretty good. Get a couple of different angles looks here. So I ran some more basic universal cable. Remember we made that before, and I've also started running this stuff, mechanical pipe. This is the mechanism version of liquid pipes. So to make that, it's relatively simple. It's just steel and buckets will get you the tier 1. And tier 1 is actually capable of moving quite a bit. It can pump at a rate of 100 and it can hold 100 or 1,000 millibuckets per section. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So yeah, out here I have moved the one water tower that was over by the garden over there. Moved it over here up onto the factory there. I thought that looked appropriate. And I mean, it's certainly not necessary, and definitely doesn't, if I get into big scale production, it's definitely not going to suit, you know, the needs. If this was in the ocean biome like this one is, it probably would work okay. But this over here is wasteland, so it's not producing enough water to really keep up with it if I decide to make a bunch of stuff at once. So I've got my 4 carpenters here. Each one is set up with the different circuits. We've got the basic circuit boards, the enhanced, the refined, and this one would be, if I had some redstone, that would be the whatever's after refined. So nothing new upstairs. Haven't done anything else up here, but just the water tower. Downstairs, however. Whoa! Excuse me. That was interesting. That was fun. Okay. Yeah. Downstairs, however. Really? Oh, yeah, I guess I don't have a light over here. Maybe I should put a torch back down. I was digging around down here, and I forgot to put the torches back. That's probably why they're down here. Okay, we'll fix that real quick. So you can see there's some big holes dug in the ground over here. And a bit of a tunnel dug right over this way to the bottom of this. And you're probably wondering what these levers are. Those, if we look right behind here, we can see that I've run my pipe wire over here. Remember the 4 levers that control my engines over there? That's what those do now. So I can turn my gas engines, or my combustion engines on way over under the lighthouse from right here. So if I need power. And there's a good reason for that, because Mr. Steamy is still not quite able to run full-time. We still can't keep him full-time employed. I'm going to go over here and check that out. Finished off the roofs on these houses, although I'm not 100% happy with them. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, though. Because they look good from a little bit of a distance. They look great from a little bit of a distance. But when you get right up beside the house, it looks kind of funny without any kind of overhang of any kind. I don't know. I'll probably just leave it. It's not too bad from a little bit of a distance. There's only if you just happen to be looking up when you go right by the house. I mean, I wouldn't even notice it if it weren't for the fact that I was looking at it from every angle after I did it. I was making some more magnesium because I needed titanium for some of the things I'm going to be making today. So I was still using this system a little bit. But if we come down here, we can see that the laser is gone. I've changed some things around. I took the rolling machine over to the other shop as well. And yeah, Mr. Steamy is using up all the creosote. Yeah, he's about to run out. He's getting close. Okay, so yeah. That means it's it took a very long, let me qualify that by saying it took a very long time to use up that little bit that was in the bottom of this tank when I first turned him on, because it almost keeps up. I'm almost positive that 10 would keep up with him, but 8 isn't quite doing it. But we can see we got a ton of coal coke now, and lots of coal. One of the things I had to do is I had to trim down the garden down here. The 8x8 that it originally was just way overloading the workbench. The workbench could not keep up, and I was getting a lot of lag. And I came down and checked this, and there was just like stacks and stacks of the crop on the ground. So I knocked it down to a 7x7, and it still overloaded the workbench. And I was definitely, no problem getting everything I need for the to make enough coal. So I knocked it down to a 5x5. The workbench can keep up, and I'm still gaining more coal than I'm using. So no problem there. So 5x5 area of that down there is more than enough. And well, that's about all I can say about that. So let's get on with what we need to make to get our cobble, our abyssal cobble. So right here, this is what I need. I need a rock crusher. The sad part is the recipe makes 4, but I need 6 blocks. So I gotta do 2 recipes, and I'm gonna have 2 of these blocks left over when I'm done. And we come on down, back down here. We'll find a place to put it down here in this basement. Probably, yeah, right here seems like a good spot. Put it right on top of that. There we go. It'll feed it some power. I didn't imagine that it would feed it power before it actually was a completed multi-block, but apparently it does. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. I needed 3 recipes of it, and I won't have blocks left over. Okay, it's kind of good. But I wasn't ready for that. Okay, so no problem. I think it was pistons, diamonds, and a block of steel. So a block of steel, diamonds around that, pistons on the corners will give me a crusher. I'm going to give you a little warning about this crusher. You see how it's kind of dark on the top? That is because it can be loaded just like a hopper. There we go. See? Now it's multi-block structure, and this is feeding power. And we look in here, we've got a power, etc., etc. Okay. Ooh, I should not be standing up here. This is dangerous. Notice how it has this kind of like look like, like a darkness, like maybe the top of a funnel or top of a hopper. If you stand directly on top of this, now I'm like super over on the edge, which is why I'm okay. But if you stand directly on top of this thing does a massive amount of damage. And it takes things in. So like, if I throw this Certus quartz, notice it disappeared. It went in there. And it makes a cool noise. So if you stand on that, it will kill you and then suck in all your stuff and grind it up. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. But now we can make our abyssal stone and start getting our road ready. You notice I have the road all dug out. I just need to make the abyssal stone. So I think I can actually do that with essence. I hope. Uh-oh, I might need to get some more essence. I used up all my earth essence earlier making limestone for the magnesium. That's okay. We're not gonna, I'm just going through this a little bit and then I'll do the rest of it off camera, but we need the abyssal stone, abyssal rock. No? How about this right here? There we go. Yay! So it's water, earth gives us 32. Oh, I guess it would help if I went to the correct workstation. How about this one? How about this one? This right here. Make that for me. There we go. That's better. Another nice part about this crusher, rock crusher, is that it will hold 6 stacks for the input, and 9 stacks for the input and 9 stacks for the output. So I can load it up quite a bit, walk away from it. This is another noisy machine, and we're gonna be messing with a bunch more noisy machines today because mechanism machines are pretty noisy as well. I'm about to go do some stuff with that. A few more things to show you though before we go working with the technology. Actually, just one more thing. Maybe no, 2 more things. 2 more things. 2 more little things, just to show you. I grew another tree. This one had a node in it. Look, got a nice green farmyard now. Yay! And out here, I've been marking off the plots and trying to, getting ready to fill them all in with the garden soil. This is doing pretty good. So it's going to be like 3 plots of 9x9, and then I've got 1 little plot of 5x9. And let's go along the side here. I don't know how it's going to work out over here, but whatever it's going to work out to, for the most part, they'll mostly be 9x9s, and then with 3 wide path in between. And whatever it works out to over here, try to make it like an odd number or whatever, but it really doesn't matter. But I'm going to have tons of space for the plantation. Tons of plantation space. Really? It was terrible aim today. And what I'm going to do is, underneath here, I'm going to have a floating hopper hawk about like right here, like right at the middle of this intersection, being fed with mana. And when it's fed with mana, it can pull from a really long distance. I'm pretty sure that it'll be able to pick up stuff all the way over here at the corner of this one. So 1 hopper hawk should be able to cover 4 of these 9x9 gardens. I hope. Well, yeah, I would think so. I think so. But it has to have mana, and we're gonna use the what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the nightshades that I have over there that I'm not really using anymore. They're always, excuse me again, hiccups. They're always just sitting there, not doing much of anything anymore because of my system's all full. Speaking of full system, I probably should go fill up my mana tablet and let it run for a little bit, let that mana thing. But I don't want to do that while I'm recording because it doesn't super adversely affect my frame rate, but just a little bit. So over here, I've got a whole bunch of work tables. I thought those look appropriate, look good. And it's going to let me set up a bunch of recipes that I'm going to be commonly using until I get my automation going with applied energistics and stuff. Obviously, we're going to be able to do that pretty soon because I can start making Certus quartz now. So, and this is just kind of my temporary storage of stuff. I'm not 100% sure about how I like these glass panels on the side. I'm not sure what else I would put over there. If you guys have a better suggestion, let me know. But other than that, I really like the way the laser chamber came out. And I had to make the front door, the door on the front carpenter's garage door, so I need to be able to open it and get it in there. One other thing I wanted to show you about the pipes and stuff. Now they won't work with the facades from open blocks, but you can just cut up. That's panels. I need covers, and I used these Tyrannian covers for this right here. There's a good reason for that. Let's see. Let's get this one up on here first because I want to. Can I even get that there? How about if I put it there? No, it doesn't want to go there. I gotta move this laser for a second. Move that laser for a second. These pipes are a little funny about how they allow you to work with the. If there's a connection there, it won't let you put a cover there. But then if you put the cover down first and then put your block back, there you go. Then now it will make that connection. It doesn't need to have that connection on the side since it's connected to the top. The reason I had to go with these covers instead of using that block right there or that block, those technical blocks, or those factory blocks, is because when you cut up one of these ones that have the randomized texture, and that's one of the reasons I really like these, is they have the randomized texture. Not everyone looks exactly the same as the next one. It kind of gives that, you know, breaks it up a little bit. But when you go to saw them, you get these purple things that you can't do nothing with, or that, you know, well, that don't look good. And when you put them in the world too, they still have that purple grid look. Now, I don't know, I probably could make covers out of them, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But where I have to run pipes, where I have to run the mechanism pipes through the walls over here, I'm going to have to use a different kind of cover, one that looks the same as the block, or one that's a block that doesn't have a random texture to it. So there we go, that's all covered in. Just one more needs to go on the outside. I think I need, yeah, one more out here. And this will be all covered up. There we go. All hidden in the wall. All right. Let's see. I explained about the pipes, the mechanical pipes. And this is only tier 1. You can make higher tiers. Now, one of the things I'm going to need is I'm going to need to get a wrench today. In fact, let me look at that. Let me look at that. Because the Buildcraft wrench does not allow me to access all the features of the pipes and things for mechanism. So if we look at mechanism and we go find the tool for mechanism, I think it's this guy right here, configurator. Is it the configurator? It seems to require energy though. I don't remember that I don't remember the tool requiring energy. Is there something else? Does not seem to be. It looks like I got to make a configurator. How hard is this? Okay, that's not too bad. It takes an energy tablet, a lapis, and a stick, and a couple of enriched alloys. I should be able to do that. You still got to go back and forth for some resources because I haven't got them all quite moved over there yet. Eventually we will. Eventually we'll get everything moved over into there, and this will become mostly about magic and bees and fish. Yeah. That's pretty much what all this will remain, because all this metal stuff is going over there. Well, that, and the only other thing that'll stay over here is my Tinker's Construct stuff. You know, so that I can work with tools and things, although I can't foresee needing to make a lot of tools, or a lot more Tinker's Construct stuff. Everything I have is pretty dang good. So unless I lose something, or yeah, well, that's pretty much the only circumstance. If I lose it, somehow, would be about the only way I would need to make anything else, I think. Back over here, and done with that. Done with that for the moment. Okay, so I got me a couple sticks. I went over there, forgot to get the lapis. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Just a few, like I said, it'll be much better once I get everything moved over into there. And then we can do all of our crafting and stuff in the factory. And then everything else, then the only thing that we will go anywhere else for is magical related things. So we're just going to toss that in there and get us a bunch of lapis for over there. Actually, you know, I had some lapis over there. It was in the laser table. I just remembered that I had a little bit over here. Okay, we'll see. Why not this one here? We need... you know, one thing I never realized about these work tables, or maybe I did and I forgot, you can shift-click in from any eye without having any of the stuff in your inventory. It's kind of nice. So do that, and I don't have an energy tablet. I'm actually going to do energy tablet over here because this one I plan on making my circuits and parts with. In fact, I've got all the stuff in there to make steel casting. Before I clear that recipe, I wanted to make one and then lock it. So this, and I want to make this guy. Do I have the stuff in here for this? I need some steel plates. Steel plates. Steel? Anywhere? Steel? No? How about some steel plates out of here? There we go. There's some steel plates. Just need one of those. No. And iron chipsets. I am going to run out of iron chipsets, I think. I don't have iron chipsets in there. What am I missing? Oh, the basic circuits. Silly. Silly. So 2 of these, 1, 2 of those. Then I should be able to make my energy tablet. There we go. Lock that recipe. So yeah, those are the basic parts that I will be making quite a lot of. So I want to get them locked into this particular work table. And then now I come down here and throw this in here. Now do I have everything for that? Now do I have everything for that? Yeah, there we go. Configurator. Now, you notice it's not charged. Let's see, how can I charge this? I think I can charge it by putting in the energy cube downstairs. There's another way I can charge it too, but I think for what I got right now, this hole is a bit of annoying, but it'll be you'll see what it's for here. So there, so I put it there. Yeah, there we go. Charges it up. So this is basically like the screwdriver or the wrench for mechanism. And it has different modes, and I think there's like a special key that you hit to change the mode. It's been a while since I've messed with this. Is it M? Let's check. Check the options. Somewhere down here there's going to be a mechanism mode. Mechanism mode switch is M. Problem with that is it's probably also... No, it's not. Okay. Do I have to hold shift and hit M? There we go. You have to hold shift and hit M. So now our configuration state is empty. Configuration state is rotate, wrench, configurate, empty. Okay. Well, let's put it on wrench for now. And it's been a little while since I've messed with a mechanism, so I'm a little bit rusty with it, but hopefully I can get this, can explain some of this. So now on wrench, I think, no, you have to be on configurate. Configurate. Okay, configurate lets me change the redstone sensitivity of a particular piece of pipe. Basically, if it's redstone sensitive, then it'll stop working when you apply redstone signal, I believe. So not, what is this one? Empty. What's empty do? Nothing. What's the other one? Rotate. No, that would be to rotate a block. Okay. So if I put it on wrench and then, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There's a way to change these so that they will extract or input specifically only. And I have to remember how to do that. Okay. I'm not remembering right now, so maybe it'll come to me in a little bit. We'll just move on because the other thing I wanted to set up today, and you notice right here I have this area for 4 machines total. This right here, these 4 machines are going to be my ore tripling setup. And a lot of that stuff downstairs is part of this, but we got to get these 4 machines made first. And the first one is right here, the crusher. Pretty straightforward. They're fairly similar, all the machines. A couple of them are up in here. And later on we're going to talk about factories. I think I might get into that a little bit at the beginning of next episode. But this episode I just want to get the ore processing train done. At least for the portion that I'm going to do. So I'm going to need a crusher. The crusher is stage 2. Yeah. So this is my enrichment chamber. That's the 3rd machine. This is the 2nd machine. The first machine will sit here, and then the final stage, the smelter, will sit there. So I need a smelter. That should be like right here. Energized smelter. Which is this glass. Switch that for regular glass so the recipe works. There we go. Pop that one out. Smelter. Okay. And let's get the last machine done before we move on to configuring all of this stuff. So if I look, the last thing I need is a purification chamber. Purification. There it is, purification chamber. Oops, I guess it'd help if I was actually in the crafting grid. Purification chamber, let's put that up in there. I need 1 more advanced control circuit. And I think I have everything else, and then some osmium plates up in there. So advanced control circuits. We're going to require two of these for each one of the advanced control circuits that I want. I am out of redstone chipsets, so let's get that working. Cooking up some redstone chipsets. Now I don't have any inventories connected to these yet. Eventually they're going to have the applied energistics interfaces below them so that they will be able to eject into the interface, and the outcome will go back into that. But for now, I'm just letting them throw things out on the ground because I'm going to be close enough to them that I can just magnet them up. So I need a lot more redstone chipsets than I was thinking today. So I need 2 more of these so that I can make. So yeah, it's taking lots and lots of them. So that I can make, come on, there it is, 2 of these. Or actually, I only need 1 more of these. Whoops. That's okay, I need those basic circuits for some stuff here in a minute. So, do everything else. I need this back in here. And I need the steel casing that I made a minute ago. So, that should be a purification chamber? No. I need some of this. I don't know where I did with the rest of it, but I had some more of it a minute ago, I swear. It's probably one of the other tables. Okay, so there we go. The purification chamber. Now the problem with this, the purification chamber is great, but it requires something that I don't have yet. It requires oxygen. So I need to make oxygen in order to use it. It needs to be fed oxygen, and that'll purify stuff. So to do that, I'm going to need a electrolytic separator. Separator. Electrolytic like. Actually, let's just look at the mechanism stuff here. Should be pretty easy to find in here. There, I think that's it. Electrolytic separator. Now I can't say it right. I'm just going to take a portable tank. Ooh, okay. Portable tank. I actually think I have a recipe set up over here for. Yep, portable tank. Put that in there. Electrolytic separator. That recipe there. The electrolytic core. Gonna need this often, so wow, I don't think I have any of that stuff ready to go. So I'm gonna need some osmium dust, some gold dust, some circuits. Okay, I got the rest of that. I just need the osmium and the gold. Shouldn't be too hard. I don't know if I have any. I do have gold right here. Okay, here's some gold. We'll just do about 8. And fortunately, I just made a crusher, so that can go in here. And I haven't set up any of the automation on this yet, so it's not going to eject into the machine beside it just yet. That's good. I don't want it to. And the other thing I need is osmium dust. To have osmium, there we go. Get me 8 of those. As soon as this is, okay, this is going to take a moment there. In fact, we'll just do 2. We'll just do just enough to get this thing done. And then I will make more later off camera. So, got the circuits are in there. That's in there. That's in there. All I need is the 2 osmium dust. There we go. So 2 osmium dust in there. I should be able to pull this out. Yes. Lock that one. That one's one I'm definitely going to be using more of in the future. Let's see. I'm going to need another cast. 2 more advanced circuit gears. Okay. Needs more of those. Okay. So pick up all my redstone chipsets and see if I can't make a few more of these. 1, 2, 3. It's going to give me enough to make 2 more of these, right? No. What am I missing? No, I got that. Oh, I need, no. What am I missing? Iron chipsets. Iron chipsets. Okay. That should do it. Barely. I'm definitely going to be running out of iron chipsets. Can I turn those on over here? We got iron chipsets? Yes. Make me some iron chipsets too while you're at it. Please, laser. And next off, I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. I got a lot to get done in this episode, and it's you know they always go long anyway. So let's see. I need one of these guys. It's gas tank. How do I make a gas tank? That's not too bad. I just need iron dust, which I have osmium dust in there. Iron should have some of that right here. Just need a couple. Crush it, please. So tank was, and the other thing is steel plates, osmium plates. Steel plates, osmium plates. So get me one iron dust. Should get me my tank. Very nice. Okay, so tank is in there. I need another one of these. Actually, I'm going to lock tank because that's something you use a bit. And do I have everything in here? I think so. No. Oh, I need another energy tablet. Okay. Energy tablet. Which is all that stuff. 2 more of these. And iron circuit. Iron chipsets. Nope. I'm going to miss some osmium plates. There we go. These work tables are making this a lot easier than this normally would be. There we go. We got the electrolytic separator. Woohoo! That's a big part of my plan today. So the electrolytic separator. You guys are going to make so much fun of me for saying it like that. Alright, I can't stop now. It's going to sit right here. No, you need to turn. You need to rotate. Can I rotate you with this thing? Now this thing outputs specifically configure. No, rotate. There we go. It outputs one gas on the right, one gas on the left. And I actually think I want to rotate it around the other way. Because, see how that has the blue tank? That's going to be the oxygen. No, that is right. That is right. Oxygen needs to go to this side. Because I need to feed oxygen up to the purifier. And the other side is going to be hydrogen. It's going to go to this side, I think. Look at the internet now. If not, man, we can always turn around afterwards. So I will need to connect that up. Getting more circuits to connect that up to power, which is why I left that trough down there. I don't think I have enough of that though. So one of these should have, yeah, there we go, basic cables. Need some redstone and some steel. Have steel over here? Wow, we are running low. Look at that. We are running low on power. Okay. That's easy to fix. Easy to fix. So yeah. Power me up, Scotty. Is that going to give me enough power? Gotta give it a second. There, it's feeding some power now. Actually, we'll just go ahead and we'll use 2 banks of engines to keep power coming. Fall through that hole a few times. You would think that I'd fill it back in until I actually had some machines put on top of it. There we go. Now the lasers are running full steam. What was the other thing I needed in over here? Well, I need to crush this gold too. So iron dust. Keep a little of that in there. A little osmium dust. Put the little gold dust in there in a minute. And I could have swore I had a bunch of steel a minute ago. Okay, well, I bet it's over in the lighthouse still. We're going to get this system working today, I swear. Still quite a bit to go yet, though. If I'm being perfectly honest. Keep 1 steel in there. I hear lots of things happening down in the basement. Okay. Now, some steel in there. Give me 2 more of those. Just there we go. I have enough for now. Nice thing about these universal cables, is instead of having to make a whole different new cable, all I need to do is take these, pick them up, add some materials to them, and then they will be upgraded and capable of carrying more power at that point. But I don't think I need that much power over to here. There we go. That should be getting power now. Maybe. Oh yeah. Almost forgot. Configurator in wrench mode. Uh-oh. Need to hit the bottom side of this. I need my pickaxe. Hit the bottom of this. Is that right? Hit that? Hit that? Maybe hit it with a regular wrench? Weird. There we go. I will work out what I'm doing wrong with that configurator between episodes. I'll give figure it out and get back to you guys about that. So there we go. This should be getting power now. The other thing it's going to need is water. Lots of water. So I got a couple options here. I can either go with a standard Buildcraft pump some water into it, which might be the best way to go. I think I have one handy. Or I could make one of these pumps from Mechanism. Where'd it go? Should be here somewhere. Ah, right there it is. This pump right here. But I don't know. I think this requires power, so I have to power it, and I'm not too familiar with it. I can hold shift for some information. What is this one here? Advanced pump capable of pumping out an entire lava lake. Well, that's cool, but I don't think that's what I need. I think I just need a standard water source, like I did over here. Like these water sources over here, these pumps. Now, unfortunately, I can't really steal these because I'm still using them over here. All these water pumps. I got one under Mr. Steamy pumping water. You know, Mr. Steamy needs to be turned off now, though. So, or the flow of creosote needs to be turned off so that it can build up again. And this is done, so I could probably put some of that in. It's set. I'm not going to worry about that on camera. But you can see there, I've got those pipe wires running all the way over here now, through there, and that's what's activating these engines. Of course, they're not doing anything right now because I think the lasers finished up the materials they had. I forgot what I came over here for, which was, what was it? I don't know. Pump. I don't think I have one ready to go or anything like that. So I could, what I will do is I'll make a Buildcraft pump. Power it with the standard stuff, and we'll get water into it that way. But it'll be hidden down way underneath. So let me just put this together. You've seen me put together a Buildcraft pump before. Get that all set up, and then I'll be back. I need to cut some time out of this video. So when we get this together, I'll be back. Alright then. I'm back, and I figured something out that I didn't realize before. These energy cubes have 1 output and 5 inputs. So they only have 1 output side. And what I was doing with the Buildcraft wrench is I was rotating it. So when I had the configurator, well, I guess when I had the configurator in wrench mode, it wasn't doing the rotate. And that's why I didn't switch to that. That's why I didn't switch to that side. So when I switched to the bottom, I was actually cutting off power to the machines up top. So since this only has 1 output, I turned it back to the top, and then I just fed that cable down that way and into the electrolytic separator over there, like so. So I'm just going to close that up a bit. And now, if we look down here, I've got a standard Buildcraft pump, and I've got my 4 wooden engines and my switches in place. That's all fine and good. That's going to be buried underneath everything. So once I get this all built and closed in, you'll probably never see that again. Now, next thing I need to build, though, is the big tanks. So I think over here, one of these, you can kind of see, I've got some dynamic tanks pieces and some dynamic glass. Now what I need is a full stack of this stuff. Dynamic tank corners. But that's going to require me making these portable tanks. So I need 7 more circuits for over here. Hopefully I've gotten enough of these things now that I can make 7 more of these. What I ran out of? I just ran out of these. So I just did bring some redstone over here, I swear. Oh, I put it all in here. Give me that redstone. I need it for over here. Gotta cook these up. I have 1 in there. There's 2 more. I need a total of 7. There's 5. So I need 2 more of these. 1 and 2. Perfect. Now I'm out of redstone in there. Definitely going to have to get a 9x9 of redstone, I think. Oop, what am I missing now? I'm missing osmium plates. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay, hopefully I got enough materials to get this all done today. Nope, not in there. This one over. This one. I need 1. Do these stack? They don't stack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 more. I need iron. Iron. Keep stealing from other things to get this out. Get this done. Iron. Okay, 7. Yeah, that's 7. And finally, there we go. 1 stack of dynamic tanks. Now the dynamic tank has to, when you make one of these tanks from mechanism tanks, they're very similar to railcraft tanks, except they're not confined to being a certain base size. So I don't have to stick to 3x3, 5x5, 7x7, 9x9. They can be any size, anywhere from 3x3 by 3. That's the very smallest you can go, 3x3 by 3, all the way up to 18 by 18 by 18. And any of the sides can be any dimension you want, as long as it's a, well, not a square, but so long as it's a cubic prism. I guess that's the word. I think that's the word. So I'm gonna need, let's see, 6 times 4. No, 6 times 8 is 42. So I need 42 of these. Do I have enough? Probably not. Like 2 short. And I'm also gonna need the valve mechanism. These guys right here. Oh, actually, yeah, no, that'll be perfect. Except I need plates. What is it? Steel plates? Do I have steel over here? Do I have any steel over here? Yes, I do. Okay, good. I am going to be making lots of resources between episodes, I get the feeling. But I will have my triple or tripling done here in a minute, and that's going to help out. And I'm going to be moving all my... I'm going to do 1 more, and then I'll pull the rest. There we go. And then I'm going to be moving all my things over too. Actually, I need a couple of valves. Yeah, that should work, I think. No. Anyway, where am I at here? Valves. Oh, I need 2 more circuits. Do I have enough for 2 more of these? What am I... I'll move to those things. Okay, redstone. Do I have... probably don't have any anywhere else, do I? No. Oh, yep. There's some redstone. I will need a lot of these, so... Give me 2 circuits, and hopefully I can get this done. I think I'm gonna have something left over. I'm probably gonna have some valves and some glass left over. But the thing about this is later on I can easily make these much bigger. Actually, I only needed 1 circuit, didn't I? I only need 1. Well, I will definitely use this eventually. Let me put it back over here, though. So, no doubt about it, I'm going to be using more of those circuits. Let me get one more glass. Is that the right? I did do that one in the right. That's supposed to be over here. Oh well. Glass. Give me one more glass. Okay, now I'm sure that I have enough material to build these tanks. Okay, so the thing about the tanks is the corners have to be made out of these dynamic tanks. Now the sides, the inner sides, can be made out of glass, which is a little bit cheaper in this pack. So I don't need to have put the glass in the middle there, just because it's cheaper. So I only have enough of the tank pieces to make the very corners. So all the other spots need to be filled in with that. So, oops, too high. And then the valve has to be facing. It can't be on. You can't put a valve on one of the corners, so it has to be on one of the sides, touching the open inners inside. Very similar to Regrowth tanks, like I said, except you're just not confined to the having to make it specific dimensions, making the footprint specific dimensions. You can make the footprint whatever you want. Like if I wanted, I could have made these 3 by 4 by whatever their tall height is. I think their height is 8. Or, you know, I could make them almost the length of this room. Next, I want these valves to go right beside that. Now this should be doing its thing, is it? No. Because I haven't added I didn't put the pipe in between. It needs to have water getting into it. Yeah, so we're going to use mechanical pipes for that. It probably doesn't matter, but like you might be able to see this a bit later on, but so I want to have mechanical pipes for it. Get down here. Not too likely. There we go. So that should be feeding it in with water. Right. What is all this? This thing stopped because I took all the redstone out. Okay. I think a skeleton died outside us. Okay, we can see that hydrogen's on that side. Oxygen, is oxygen on the red side? I don't know. I mean, internally it looks like that. I want it to pump out its, again, this is probably going to be covered up anyway, so. I want it to pump out there. Okay, well, this goes, well, actually, easier to put a glass in without that there. Well, I'll start making one. Start by making the one. Let's see, that's going to go there, there, there. And we'll see what goes into the side. I'm hoping that I can, in fact, pump directly into the valve from that machine. I hope. I've never tried that before, so that's going to be... If that doesn't work, then I'm going to have to rethink this whole thing. And I can put that there. And then we get to sparklies, you know that it formed a multi-block. So which one's emptying out? Any of these? Neither. Neither of these are emptying into there. No fluid. Okay. That's a bummer. So how am I going to deal with that? Okay. So these are going to have some kind of pipes. Actually, they need special pipes because it's gas, not liquid. Hopefully, you know, I didn't check, but I didn't make sure that these would actually accept gas. I was just assuming that they would accept the gas from this. So we may have a big foul up here, and if so, then we're gonna have to call it quits and rethink this. But we're gonna need some pressurized tube, which is steel and glass. I have some steel, have some glass. Okay, we're good there. Come over to this one. Clear that. Some glass, some steel. Will give us pressurized tubes. So there's a couple of those. Let's go rearrange this a little bit down here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and move this back to, get a wrench. This stuff's a lot easier to break with a wrench. To right there. Right, like so. Actually, I want that up. Want that up. There, like so. There we go. That looks good. We'll put our mechanical pipe there. So these valves don't need to be here. Where they need to be is... Whoops. Oh, how do I get out of here? Okay, glass. Glass. Where they need to be is right over here on this side. One down. Yeah. Put a valve there. Mix that in there, and then piece of glass back there. We're good. We'll get the little sparklies. And then if I take and put pressurized tube from there. It doesn't connect. And what's in that? Well, I think that's oxygen too, isn't it? No, that's the hydrogen. It's backwards. Okay. Well, that screws everything up. I was figuring on these being able to store gas. So, is there something else that stores gas that I didn't overlooked? That's the question. Well, phooey. We got most of it set up. Looks like the next episode is going to be all about mechanism 2 because I didn't get nearly as much covered as I wanted today. I wanted to get this working and show you how it works, and I wanted to go over how to automate these and use the configuration and everything. We can get to that. We're going to get to it next episode. While I rethink how I'm going to store my gas, because I need to store oxygen and hydrogen, and I'm going to have to basically just rework this whole system down here. My whole thought process has to change. But that's how you make a dynamic tank. Let's see what holds it. Volume 54. Does that mean it only holds 54 buckets of fluid? That would be pretty bad. It would be terrible, in fact. Now I'm curious. Now I'm really curious. Well, I mean, I suppose since it already doesn't work for what I think it's what I wanted it for, what I could do is let's find out. Let's find out how much it does hold of what. So if I put a valve there, oh yeah, it'll take that water in, no problem. Oh, there we go. Okay. No, it's much more. 54. I don't know what volume 54 means. But yeah, we can hold a lot more than 54 buckets. That's for sure. It's already up to 37 buckets. And I don't know if these things, like, if you break them, they save their contents. Yeah, it did. So, even though I removed some pieces and I reconfigured it a little bit, it did save its contents. And I don't know how much of it you can break before it loses its contents. I'm sure if you take the whole thing up, it's going to lose its contents. But you should be able to expand them, I think, somewhat, as long as you leave some blocks, I guess. Wow. All right. Well, that didn't work for what I wanted to do. I'll come up with. Let me look real quick. Is there something in here that stores gas? Well, obviously gas tanks do. The problem is they don't. they don't do it the way I would want. I don't think, because you can only access the top of them, and I'm not sure that they would eject back out whenever. Oh, okay. I have to think of something. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. No induction today. I need more. I need more nominees. So if you want to be in the Hall of Heroes, be sure and leave your be sure and say something in the comments. Leave your in-game name, and I will pick. Maybe I'll pick 2 next episode. Depends on how many nominees I get. So if I don't get any nominees, I'm just gonna randomly pick one of my viewers from my top list of top fans on YouTube, and hopefully I'll guess their in-game name right, because not very many people have the same form name as their in-game name. So, but anyway, I hope you liked this as much as I enjoyed making it. Be sure to leave a like, comment, thumbs up, and all that fun stuff. And until next time, I will catch you later.